Have you ever felt a deep longing to effortlessly attract your ideal life of absolute fulfillment and purpose? And do you think that you deserve more from life? You deserve more fulfillment, more abundance, more clarity and purpose. And do you feel that there is something more for you to understand about this reality? If so, in today's video, we will dive deep into Vedanta, and in the 3 sections of this video, we will uncover the solution to living your ideal life of absolute fulfillment. We will go beyond the typical teachings of manifestation and mindset in order to master the reality itself by understanding consciousness. The Adhvaitha channel is about consciousness and conscious creation. Here we explore Vedanta and various other spiritual teachings from ancient India to understand the nature of reality and to consciously create our life the way we truly want to live. In section 1 of this video, let us understand the term law of attraction. This is a term that is being used more and more nowadays. Different teachers and different authors are making use of this concept, and they are teaching this to millions and millions of people across the world. Now, inherently, there is nothing wrong in law of attraction teachings, but I have found it to be very limited in terms of explaining to us the nature of reality and the nature of fulfillment. They focus on a tiny spectrum of reality, and these teachings are usually very superficial. I personally studied law of attraction and manifestation teachings for years and years before I came to the teachings of Advaitha Vedanta. And the fundamental premise of law of attraction is simple. It states like attracts like. The types of thoughts you're thinking, the types of feelings you're feeling, they attract a certain kind of life for you. So by taking control of your thoughts and by focusing on the right kinds of thoughts and emotions, you can shape your reality in a certain way. Now, of course, there is some truth to this teaching, but reality is very deep and there are a lot of laws and factors at play. And law of attraction teachings also miss out on explaining to us the true nature of self and the nature of reality. They only focus on explaining to us attaining certain desires, but they do not show us the way to attain sustainable fulfillment. This is what I found in the teachings of Upanishads. And apart from this, even the teachings of law of attraction itself is nothing new. Thousands of years ago, Ashtavakra said this in Ashtavakra Gita, Yamati sa gati bhavet. However you keep your mind, such a kind of life you live. This was before all these books and courses. With this, let us come to the second part of this video, where we will deep dive into certain concepts of Vedanta to make sense of this reality. Now, Upanishads and Vedanta are basically the conclusion or the philosophical essence of the Vedas. And Vedas themselves are the ancient sounds of truth, which is the foundation of Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma. Now, many of you might have tried applying the teachings of manifestation and law of attraction, and you might have seen some results in some areas of your life, but in some other areas, or while attracting some other things in your life, maybe those methods and techniques didn't work. By understanding the true nature of reality through this video, you will get a better understanding of what is happening here. The first point that we need to talk about is consciousness. The ancient Upanishads say that there is one reality which exists, and that is Brahman, or the infinite consciousness. The Vedanta says that all the duality and separation that we experience is on the surface level. It is Maya. It is simply an error, or it's a simulation. In essence, everything is energy, and this energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. This energy is fundamental, and this is all there is to reality. This is what the ancient Upanishads say. Second, in the Yajurveda Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is said, Aham Brahmasmi. I am that infinite consciousness. Here, the Upanishads are telling us that in our essence, our nature is infinite. We hold infinite potential within us. Our deepest self is infinite, and there is nothing that it needs or it cannot do. This is the aspect of us that we must tap into in order to experience true power and fulfillment. And the Rig Veda says Prajnanam Brahma, which translates to this Brahman is consciousness. And in Samaveda, Chandogya Upanishad says Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Every aspect of this existence is consciousness. So Prajnanam Brahma says Brahman is consciousness, and Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma says every aspect of this reality and this universe is that consciousness. And Aham Brahmasmi tells us that I am in essence that infinite consciousness. This is the teaching of the Upanishads. And Vedanta also speaks about the nature of desires. Vedanta makes a point that by default, a desire is coming from a place of lack. Think about this deeply. If you are already infinite, if you are already full, you would not desire for anything. You would not want anything. And from that place of power and fullness, manifesting your ideal life becomes natural. And even if something doesn't go your way, you would not care because within yourself, you're already complete. But when we strongly desire something, when we are chasing something, that by default shows that we are coming from a place of lack. And as we know, according to law of attraction, when we come from a place of lack, we manifest lack in the external world. This is what is happening to most of us. Now, if you want to create certain things in this world, if you want to achieve certain goals, you need not give up your desire, but simply know that your nature is infinite and nothing outside of you can ever fulfill you. With this intellectual understanding, you can transform your relationship with the desires that you hold and consciously create a life of fulfillment and abundance. That is the point of what we do with our channel and with the Advaita Conscious Society. Lastly, we need to talk about karma. Now, we had made an elaborate video on karma, which I will link in the description. But to sum it up, karma is action and memory. Basically, whatever you do, your mind or your subtle body remembers it. And that impression or that memory will manifest sometime in the future. And as per the teachings of Vedanta and Sanatana Dharma, we have gone through thousands of lifetimes, and our subtle body has gone through numerous physical bodies. And through all this experience, we have accumulated a lot of data and memory. And this karma has conditioned our personality in a certain way. That is why when you begin applying the teachings of law of attraction, some aspects of your life may work out immediately, but some will take time. The deeper aspect of karma and vasanas are at play here. And we need to consciously understand this, and we need to be extremely patient if we want to live a life of fulfillment. Now, with all this information, let us understand conscious creation in greater detail. Point one is you are infinite in your essence. So, you don't need anything in order to feel fulfilled. This is only the error of Maya. Simply understand that the fulfillment that you're seeking outside of you is within you. Point two is since everything is consciousness and all the duality, separation, the time-space reality is simply a simulation, and consciousness is the source within which all of this has appeared. Your current life and your ideal life are actually not separate in time or in space. Within the infinite potential, your current situation and your ideal situation are here and now. The gap is only perceived by your mind. Once you remove this gap and once you understand that your ideal life is here and now, you begin to embrace the present moment and you begin to experience joy and fulfillment right here and now. And this will naturally help you manifest your ideal life. Now, we covered a lot of things about conscious creation within this video. If you have any clarifications anywhere, drop a comment below and we will answer it for you. And if you want to go deeper into conscious creation and if you want to join our community cum learning platform, the Advaitha Conscious Society, in order to consciously create a life of absolute purpose, clarity, and fulfillment, then check out our free masterclass, The Conscious Creation Paradigm. The link will be in the description. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Subscribe to Advaitha to wake up. Shivoham.